Welcome back. Microsoft has announced its biggest ever acquisition, purchasing professional social networking site LinkedIn for $35 billion. Analysts say the deal helps the software giant boost sales of its business and email software in what it says is the next wave of technology.
It's a social network for business, linking more than 400 million people worldwide who make professional contacts, seek new jobs or recruit new staff. But now LinkedIn is being bought by Microsoft in the software company's biggest ever deal. The two partners explain why they thought this marriage would work.
When you think Microsoft, you think about professionals, knowledge work, and productivity. And there is no better way to realize that mission other than connecting the world's professionals and making them more successful and productive.
The mission statements have different words, but at the end of the day, we're really trying to accomplish the same thing. Connect the world's professionals, make them more productive and successful, empower every individual and organization on the planet to achieve more.
Just a quarter of LinkedIn members, 106 million people, visit the site every month. That compares with the 1.65 billion who visit Facebook. But Microsoft is now paying the equivalent of £174 for each of them. Just for context, for the same money, it could have bought Sky TV, a business which made big profits last year when LinkedIn made a substantial loss. The company's last big move, buying Nokia's mobile phone business, went badly, with the entire value of the deal written off within a year. But Microsoft is turning into a cloud computing company, storing customers' data on its own computers and offering them all sorts of services, now including LinkedIn. The hope is that the network brings with it something very valuable.
The data about each worker or professional that's in the workplace, their contacts, who they've worked with before, who they'd like to work with in future, who they sell to and who they buy from, is extremely valuable from an enterprise perspective and for Microsoft to sell services into companies around the world.
Some LinkedIn users took to the network to express concern about the deal. They may need convincing that connecting with Microsoft is a good idea.
A Russian adventurer is hoping to become the world's second person to fly around non-stop in a hot air balloon. With American Steve Fawcett's 2002 record in sight, the 64-year-old has flown with his team to Northam in WA.
65-year-old Fyodor Konyukov has been chasing adventure since he was 15. Last year he spent 160 days at sea, rowing across the Pacific Ocean. This year it's air travel.
I
like to travel, that's the truth.
In 2002, American Steve Fawcett became the first man to make the journey. He did it in 13 days on his 6th attempt. The Russian is chasing Fawcett's legacy.
I respect very much Steve Fawcett. For me, he's a true hero, and I followed up all his adventures.
But vital equipment has seemingly been lost in transit.
The capsule came a couple of days ago and we're waiting for the container. The container has the fuel cylinders and the balloon itself and some other equipment in it.
The plan is to take off from here next week. The exact same spot and almost the exact same date Steve Fawcett launched his successful journey 14 years ago. If the equipment isn't ready in time, it will mean the team must find another favourable weather window, which don't come around very often. The shipping company says Customs is delaying the container's delivery, but Customs say they have no record of the cargo.
NBC National News continues after the break. Stay with us.